Coming up through the juniors at Penrith, I was obviously going through high school. I never really had much thought on furthering my education outside of school. I was very fortunate. My progression through the grades happened so quick. I remember, being 16 and winning the Harold Matts Grand Final, and then the next year when I was 17, I was debuting in the first grade team. So it all happened. It all happened so fast, and I suppose back then I just had tunnel vision. All I was worried about was, chasing the dream of playing football, realising that dream, trying to get to play first grade, and that was my sole focus. I suppose as I grew a bit more experienced, a bit more wiser, I understood, some very important lessons I didn't quite receive because of how fast I progressed in footy, and I knew I probably, 3-4 years ago, I knew I had to have a real good hard look at myself off the field, and further my education, further my experience in areas outside of rugby league. So that's sort of where my journey began. Looking back now, I'm probably a little bit disappointed that I didn't start doing things a bit earlier. Like I said, things happened so fast for me in the game of rugby league. I was always confident that rugby league would always be there for me. I never doubted that whatsoever. So growing through the game, getting a bit older, playing more first grade, I always was just relying on rugby league being there. It wasn't until I met my partner now, who's, we have a child together now, who's from Canada. She's French Canadian, and now that we've settled down and we have a family, the possibility of living in Canada is real at the moment. Once I finish football, obviously all her family over there, our extended family are over there, and she's lived away from home for a long time now, and there's a real possibility that we could live in Canada one day. And I suppose the scary thing for me was, if we go to Canada, they don't have rugby league in Canada. Nothing to the level of this, and nothing that you can support yourself full time. So if I was to go over there, I actually had no qualifications outside of a high school certificate. So I really started to question, how I would provide for my family if we did live there. Rugby league, that safety net of rugby league would be taken away from me. So I had to have a real good hard look at myself and decide what I was going to do, to allow myself to grow and to allow myself to keep on, earning a living. And if it's in Canada or if it's in Australia, rugby league doesn't have to be my be all and end all.